Hi, fourth graders, Mrs. Nelson here, and I am going to be looking at your researching for your facts. And remember, the facts that I'm researching here, if I go back up here, is on BMX bikes. So, I have a website already up, and what is a BMX bike is probably a good thing to teach your reader about. So, this is going to be BMX. BMX stands for bicycle motocross, okay? And it is a kind of a cool sport. So let's take a look at this, and I'll get a couple facts in there and we'll talk about that. This is from bikelockwiki.com. So if I scroll up here, it'll say bikelockwiki.com right there. So that's where I'm getting all of my facts from. Alright, so let me get a fact. I think that a lot of people don't know what BMX stands for. So, let's go ahead and make sure that they understand what that means. BMX, bicycle motocross, traditionally, it's performing stunts as well as tricks. So, yeah, cyclocross. So, okay. So one thing I kind of went and looked for is from Jackson Trophies, BMX. Like, what is bicycle motocross? Because there's no motor on the bicycle. So actually, it was, if you look at dirt track racers on motorcycles, they actually said, well, we can do the same thing on a bicycle. So it was actually started in the 1970s by motocross riders of the time, and they started to race their bicycles on the same tracks. So that's kind of where that came up for. So that is kind of cool. So I think that's an interesting fact. I'm going to put that from Jackson Trophies, because a lot of people don't know where BMX came from, or even what it stands for. So there you go. I put down a fact there. It says a fact from JacksonTrophies.com tells us that BMX stands for bicycle motocross, which began in the 1970s when motorcycle dirt track riders rode their bikes on the same track. So, interesting fact. Let's go find another fact. So, it's talking about right here, and this is again through Bike Radar. So they're talking about how small the frame is. They have small 20-inch wheels, and they have a really hard frame and fork, because you're usually jumping them, and you're usually doing all sorts of different tricks on them. So they need to have really spinny handlebars that can go 360 degrees, versus most other bikes can't do that. So, they have freestyle and racing. Interesting. So you have the racing, and then you also have tricks. So I think that that's an interesting sidebar. We do have a BMX track here in Rapid. I always watch them when I ride my bike. So let me get a fact down here. So I kind of smashed up two facts in here. I said that BMX bikes have small 20-inch wheels, which is really much different than the huge wheels that I use on my road bike. You can choose to do you can either choose to race your bike, or you can choose to do freestyle, which is like tricks on your bike. So I also didn't want to include radarbike.com in the sentence, so I just put it after the sentence. So I just put that in quotes there. Try not to have too many facts smashed into the fact boxes. Just give me one or two sentences. That's really all I'm looking for in these. So, yeah, BMX racing is really different. Like, when I race my bike, I'm sitting for a long time. Those ones are really short, fast sprints. And then you ride your bike so differently. BMX bikes are just totally different than just about any other discipline I've ever rode on. I have ridden a couple of BMX bikes. My son's BMX bike, for example. I did try to race it. It was killer on my legs and my arms, because you have to like pump your bike totally different when you're riding it, and you don't sit on the seat at all when you're racing, at all, not at all. So that seat was never designed to really be sat on per se, because that's not what a BMX bike was meant to do. It was meant to do either riding on dirt track, racing around and around, doing tricks. So you're not really supposed to be sitting on the bike. Alright, I will see you on the next fact. Or actually, we need to get the next fact in. So now I filled it in with just about facts about some of the styles of writing that you can do. Now, this isn't comprehensive. You could go on further, but I'm not going to just for the sake of the video. So I said that according to bikelock.com, you can it talked about the styles of BMX riding. So you can do flatland riding, you can do vertical riding, which is ramp riding. You can also do dirt track racing and freestyle park, which is just to talk about a couple of styles. There are more styles for BMX. They're really a versatile type bike. So now, I will see you in the next video where we are going to look at gluing these facts together with transition phrases. I'll see you in the next video.